I did Dream Teams with Guillem Balague. It's going to be coming out tomorrow. Probably by the time you've seen this video, it's out now. So go and watch it because it's probably the most insightful interview I think I've ever done, talking about Lionel Messi, Benitez, Pochettino, Pep Guardiola, modern managers and Arteta. This video is about Arteta, who isn't part of his dream team, but there's some absolutely amazing players in there and so much great insight from Guillem Balague. Arteta's doing brilliant stuff at Arsenal right now, and Guillem Balague speaks brilliantly about Arteta and his job at Arsenal. So enjoy this. It's all about modern management and how Gary Neville knows absolutely nothing, apparently. Enjoy. Incredible impact already. Do you see, and this might be really, really lazy, so that's kind of why I'm asking, the sort of comparisons with him and Guardiola as a manager after obviously having that, I guess, synergy as players. Do you see a lot of Pep Guardiola's style and personality in Xavi now, or what are the differences? Is that lazy?
Pep has changed football. To do that, you have to be the first and imagine what's in front of you. Xavi is trying to do what Pep did in 2010 and 2010, not 2014 at Bayern, not 2022 at City,
right? Because
Pep has evolved, and Xavi still with Barcelona 2010. He will evolve with the team. He'll be given time, but now they beat Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu 4-0, and they think, that's it, we got it now. We know what to do. And since then, it's been a collapse because he hasn't got the players, and he needs to find out what are the best players for what he's trying to do. He's only been months at it. Pep Guardiola went through a whole year of traveling around, trying to challenge himself and learn. He also was thinking as a player. As a manager, as a coach, when he went to Italy, when he tried to go to England, when he went to Mexico. So his education has been a much, much longer education. And I think that's so important. Gary Neville, I remember, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, we met on Thursday for Football Beyond Borders that I'm patron of, a charity.
Yep.
We met for a chat with public. And he was saying, too many foreign coaches in England, and we have to give the opportunity to young coaches in England, blah, blah. 3 days later, he becomes the Valencia manager. And I'm thinking, Gary, no, it wasn't so much about the foreign thing. It was more like, did you prepare for this? And he admitted that, admitted months later, that 10 days into the job, it's like, I was not prepared. At the same time that he got that job, he was telling me that it's taken him 5 years to learn about architecture and design of cities because he was working in Manchester to do things for the city. 5 years learning about architecture allows you to take good decisions. And football is exactly the same. And
Totally.
Pep has gone through all that. And I think Xavi needs a little bit more learning, but he's going to do it on the job.
Yeah, because I see that when I talk about managers now, say Arteta, for example, and people kind of going after him. For me, when I look at a manager now, when you say the amount of diligent, you have to be a scholar. You have to be a scholar to be a good manager, and actually you have to evolve, and it's not going to be linear. So the only thing I can trust when I'm critiquing or deciding if I believe a manager's got something or not is, are they smart? Are they aware? Are they looking to develop? Eddie Howe's another great example of that at Newcastle. And that is the modern manager now. You can't just be, you can't just have gravitas and have played for someone and think that's going to get you over the line. It's just not going to work,
James, as fans, we have not got a clue. We do not know what's happening.
Yeah.
We do not know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. We just don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
We know 5% of what's happening.
Oh, if that. And that's the thing as well. Yeah, and that's before you get on a pitch, which is littered with variables that then gets defined by a scoreline at the end of it. So if you think of the before all of that, it's absolutely outrageous.
Let me say very, very quickly, you mentioned Arteta. People haven't got any idea how deep is the personality, the thinking, the leadership, the vision, the empathy, the knowledge that Arteta has. They've got no idea. And maybe when this comes out, they will have a better idea, because I'm writing about it for the BBC webpage, because they've got no idea. And he is the engine of the club now, which is a bit worrying, because I think, it could burn him out, because he really is putting the whole thing on his shoulders. But he knows where he's going. and he won't stop until he's surrounded by people that think exactly like him. And that means squad, coaching staff, which he's got already, but squad certainly.
Yeah, he's been so cutthroat. A friend of mine worked at Arsenal, and when Arteta arrived, and had been there for a couple of other managers as well. But when Arteta arrived, what he found amazing was that, kind of by accident, he was in one room, and Arteta sort of came in and wanted to talk to the office, wanted to talk to the staff, and did this whole big speech. And my friend wasn't actually in his seat in his office, right? So he's in this one room, and Arteta comes in, talks for 15 minutes about passion and process and what he's going to do, and everyone's really, really energized. And then my friend realizes, oh, I've got to go back to my desk now. He goes back to his desk, and Arteta walks in that office and does a similar but not the same speech to everyone. And so you're right, in terms of being talismanic and being that leader and putting it on your shoulders, which is what Pep does, what Klopp does. Arteta is, I mean, everyone gets burdened to a point. Pep Guardiola I've certainly has felt that burnout at times, but he's not burdened by the weight of that. He's energized by it, isn't he? He's
a ball of energy. He's a ball of energy. But yeah, energy is limited. I think he the sooner he finds surroundings that think like him, people that think like him, and can drive the whole thing with him, the better, because
then
quite
you can
clearly,
move together.
Then they can all move together. I'm very, very much looking forward. Whatever, if they go to Europe, great. If they Champions League, but even if they don't, the progression is so obvious what's happened in the last 2 years that I hope that fans are curious enough to find out about it, and they will find out that 5% maybe. But do ask questions, as you just done. You know already of his magnet-like quality and attraction and leadership, and others will find out more things. It's I think he doesn't sell himself that well. So others will have to do it for him.
I think it's. Do you know the film Castaway, where Tom Hanks is trying to get back, and he knows he has to get through these like 5 or 6 huge waves to get to sort of the proper ocean, and he can kind of be on his way. I feel like Arteta's kind of got through those waves now, and especially if they can get in the Champions League. I guess the only one problem will be and it's something Andre Villas-Boas said with Marseille, is they did so well, got into the Champions League, and then floundered in the Champions League, and he was saying that you've basically got to overachieve to then be called rubbish. I'm obviously paraphrasing there. So that could be the next challenge for him, is that obviously there's that rise in expectations. But I think he's it clearly has great leadership skills and intelligence as well. But anyway, sorry, we're going off the beaten track here.